So if someone's giving a speech, they're usually standing up. Goodbye, Malik. Goodbye, Demir. And they're in front of you and they're giving you information. I could be giving a speech right now. Okay, so the mayor comes and gives a speech at this pancake breakfast. Thank you all for coming, the mayor said. We appreciate your generous support. He thanked all the volunteers who were helping that day, and finally he said, please enjoy yourselves and the pancakes. Everybody clapped. When the mayor finished, the man with the yellow hat said, George, I'm going to buy our tickets. Please wait here and don't be too curious. George waited like a good little monkey, but something smelled good. Tell me. Say, that smells good. Could it be the pancakes?
Yes.
George was curious. Touch your calming spot. He followed the delicious smell and found a whole griddle full of pancakes. Now I'm going to use clues for a minute. I'm going to talk about that after. George watched as a man poured little batter circles and flipped them up in the air. It looked like fun to make pancakes. Who can make a prediction right now? You want to start it?
Me.
Okay. Who can make a prediction right now? It said George watched as the man poured batter circles and flipped them up in the air. It looked like fun to make pancakes. So Martez and Malik. Malik, I've already said goodbye. Malik, please go to your seat. If George is curious and he wants to know about things and he thinks that making pancakes looks like fun, what's he probably going to do, Mariah?
He don't have the spatula, and he maybe they might be burned, and then he will flip them over, and then it would be hot on a grill.
Are you saying that you think George is going to try this?
Yes.
And that he might burn them?
Yes.
Who else can make a prediction? Janai? Gonna eat them? Do you think he might share them or he might eat them all himself?
Eat them all himself.
Crisscross applesauce, pockets on the floor, bubble in the mouth, and hands in the lap. George wanted to help. On a table near the griddle was a basket full of blueberries. These pancakes need blueberries. Everybody, pancakes need blueberries, George thought, and he sprinkled, show me sprinkle, sprinkled some on top. I have a question for you, fishy faces. I would like to know what a griddle is. I have this word that happened twice on this page, and I need to clarify. That means I need to make sure I understand that word better. Just like our I can statement is I can look for clues when I read. Show me this. We need to look for a clue with our Umi goggles right now about what this word might mean. Because listen to the sentences. It says, he followed the delicious smell and found a whole griddle full of pancakes. Now, the author does not tell us what a griddle is. It just says that the pancakes are on it. It's full of them. How can we do our other I can statement, which is I can understand a story by using words and
picture.
Okay, so how can I use the word griddle, class?
Yes.
Goodbye, Bryant. Goodbye, Davion. How can I use the word griddle and the picture to figure out what a griddle is, to clarify what that is? Leshana?
It's a grill.
She said it's a
Grill.
grill. Let's see.
G-R-I-L.
Okay. How did you know that? Achilles, have a seat.
Because you're supposed to cook pancakes on the grill.
Okay, so I heard her give me a because. There's always a reason, friends. So she knew that a griddle was a grill because you're supposed to cook pancakes on a
Grill.
Goodbye, Julio. Goodbye, Achilles. So, everybody, this is the griddle. And isn't that a big stove? A big grill to cook those pancakes. So now we know what a griddle is. Say griddle.
Griddle.
Meanwhile, the man at the griddle was so busy, he didn't notice the little monkey helping him. But the line grew and grew and grew. If a line is growing, is it getting longer or shorter?
Longer.
Oh, okay. We know about that, don't we?
Yeah.
Because what does Mrs. Ady always say? Malik, I need you to be seated. Julio, I need you to put your head down. Damir, I need you to put your head down. Darian, I need you to be seated. Scooting over, please. Thank you. We always talk about, Mrs. Ady has been saying, sometimes you have to wait in line at Disney World, right? Sometimes we have to wait for directions, just like waiting in line at Disney World. So we know about lines getting longer and longer and longer. Guess what? George made pancakes. You guys were right. So we have our prediction was right. George's pancakes were a hit. Show me. Hit. Soon everyone wanted them and the man could not keep up. Please wait, he said to someone holding on an empty plate. I need to find an assistant to help me. And just like that, he was gone. Malik, I have said twice, sit down. In that chair. George looked at the people waiting in line and then at the empty griddle. Why, he could make pancakes. He could be the assistant. Now, I've heard two words here. I've heard assistant and I've heard help. If the griddle man was going for help and George is saying, I could be the assistant, what does that mean? What does assistant mean? I could be the assistant, Harlem.
Helper.
The helper. So those two words kind of mean the same thing, don't they?
Yes.
Everybody go like this. Say help,
Help.
assistant.
Assistant.
Again, help,
Help.
assistant.
Assistant.
Class.
Yes.
You're using clues. George poured the batter, show me. Poured the batter into nice round circles. On your bottom. Next, he added the blueberries. He waited just a minute to let the pancakes cook. Then he flipped them over, show me. Flipped them over. And last, he added the syrup.
Yummy.
Syrup kind of slowly pours down, doesn't it? Class.
Yes.
The line for pancakes became enormous. What is
Big.
that? Jaden,
It's getting enormous because
what does enormous mean, sir?
it means it's going to be bigger,
Yes.
bigger, and bigger.
When the line is bigger, you have to wait longer.
Longer.
Yeah. But with 4 hands, George made quite a chef, and no one's plate was empty for long. I've been coming to this breakfast for years, a man said, but I've never seen pancakes made like this before. Harlem, goodbye. I've never eaten this many pancakes before, said a girl. I didn't even like pancakes before, said another girl, and they all lined up for more. Show me that line. Growing, 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 growing. Class, class.
Yes, yes.
When the man returned with his new assistant, he was shocked.